Hey yo, what's good, mother truckers? So today is, I actually just counted, it's day 63 that I've been living here in Provo. Just trying to do my best to, like the playlist, like I made this playlist called Making a Name because I'm doing my best to establish myself, to make connections, and to ultimately accomplish my goal of who knows what. I have a lot of goals and I'm working on a lot of things like simultaneously, but ultimately I hope to be able to reach millions of people through my voice, whether it be through YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or even like public speaking. That's also going to be an option hopefully in the future. But one thing I started doing today is I went around campus asking people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. A handful of people did it, and I'm really happy to see that um, that if I'm able to control at least a small part of this of the platform success. So like I can put in the work, record the footage, share my ideas, and I can even like get subscribers if I want, which like it's not the most effective way, but I can go around campus and get like up to maybe 10 subscribers a day. I asked so many people, it was crazy, and some people like they typed their like they pulled out their phone and then like I swear they were typing my channel name in to look it up. I check my phone later and I don't see any new subscribers. So it's like some people don't want to hurt my feelings, which obviously like it's okay, they don't know me, but like it doesn't hurt my feelings either way. As long as the people who are subscribing, like whoever wants to see the content is viewing the content, that's all that matters. I do it for people who want to see it, and more than that, I do it for God. So today in this workout, I did some squatting and then I did the pin squats, which you're gonna see shortly. But those are my favorite, honestly. So if you've never done it, the pin squat is like a high rack position squat where you like mimic the top quarter of the squat, but you load the bar up, and that's what I like to call it better is bar loading, and you load it up with a weight that's actually heavier than what you're like currently squatting. But what it does is it prepares your core muscles and like I guess your whole body really, but it prepares your body to handle that weight. So like as you get stronger progressively, you'll attempt like a max or a PR. And when you get to that point, you'll actually have felt that weight before, so you won't be so unprepared for it. And so I do a similar technique when I do deadlifting. When I get to a heavy weight, I like kneel down and do like a shorter range of motion, like lift on my knees. And I do that right before every rep because it lets your hips and I guess your grip strength, and it lets it all like kind of uh test out how heavy the weight is before you even lift it. So it's super cool. Anyways, let's see. I don't know if I wanted to share any specific thoughts today. As far as squatting is going, the bar, like I know I'm gonna figure it out at some point. Something's gonna click in my head, but for some reason I can't get the bar to sit perfectly straight on my back, which like over time I'm sure will lead to some imbalances. I noticed the same problem I've been having of like the corkscrew motion, where I'm pretty sure I'm rotating to the left, like my hips. I'm rotating to the left as I squat down and stand up, and it's evident. And I don't know if you'll be able to see, but when I was doing the pin squats, every time I let the bar down onto the rack, the bar would be crooked. So that's how I kind of know that I have that problem, and I'm trying to mentally correct it every day I get into the gym. So it doesn't stop me from actually performing the motion, but I really would rather perform it correctly with like as perfect of a form as I can before I get like into the upper weight class. So my next goal PR, I guess my bad. My next PR goal is going to be 345. I'm fairly confident I'll hit 315 soon. And so you'll see me with the bar loading that I load up 345, and within a month or maybe 2 months, I'm hoping to put like close to 400 pounds on the bar as far as bar loading goes. Because you can really go crazy with that. With a partial range of motion, as long as you maintain your form properly, like you do have to brace yourself fairly well because it's a really heavy weight. And if you're not braced for it, I'm sure you could hurt yourself. That's why you got to start off slow. So the idea is that you could even do more than what your PR is going to be. So like let's say I want a PR at 345 in the next like 6 months. I could do bar loading for up to like 400 pounds or more if I do it like in a controlled manner. But like you have to build up a lot of strength for that. And that's the idea, is that by the time you're building up, like when you build up strength to be able to lift 400 pounds, then 345 should actually come pretty naturally. Your body is already kind of used to lifting that. Give me a second to gather my thoughts. I don't think I've ever had this problem before where like I don't really know what to say. It's not because I don't have anything in my mind. It's because I have too many things in my mind at once for me to like pick one. So like you might like hear the audio kind of switch a little bit as I stop and re-record. The only thing that's holding me back is like I know I have new people watching this content and they don't know me at all. So in the past, like, so as of this morning, I had I think 27 subscribers, and those were all people who kind of like fairly know me well, and a few people who don't. But at this point, I'm starting to add people who are just brand new. So the fear that I have is, what if I say something that's wrong or something that's incorrect or something that like kind of like is a bad first impression for those people? But I'm reminded of one of my role models, I guess two of my role models, Kanye West and Big Sean. So those aren't my only role models. So like before you get going on that, thinking I only listen to like my model my life after rappers. Those are both two people who are actually very wise and who have said a lot of very wise things that have changed my perspective on life. So Big Sean first. There's a song called "One Man Can Change the World." He says in this song, one line is like, what do you know about waking up every day like you're on a mission? And he says it a little bit faster than that, but anyways. That phrase resonates with me a lot, and I remember back on the mission, I served a mission for the church. I loved it, and it was one thing that I felt like if there was anything in the world that my skills actually matched up with and correlated with, was missionary work. Talking to people, teaching, and everything was my absolute, like, it was my wheelhouse, and I was very comfortable. And not only that, but I loved the grind of just like figuring out ways to get better and whatnot. So like I would go to bed every single night just like so excited for the next day that I would go to sleep, like because I was excited. I would literally know that as soon as I close my eyes, I'm that much closer to waking up tomorrow, which is going to be like another great day. And I wonder like if people really had that mindset, or if they were able to see life that way, how would their life change? I think it'd just be a night and day difference. The only thing that matters, not that matters, the factor, the key is that you have to have a motivation. A motivation is not a feeling, it's a reason. Like by definition, the motivation might produce a feeling, but really you have to be motivated by a reason for doing whatever you're doing. And so at that point, becoming the best missionary that there ever, like literally my goal in my mind was to be the best missionary there ever was. Like reading the examples of Paul, Alma, and Amulek, the other apostles, it made me realize that like simple people can be called to do great things. And so I basically extended myself the calling, like, hey, like you might not succeed in the way you're thinking like right now, but let's say you try and be the best missionary that there ever was. Not just the best missionary like in your mission or in the world right now, but the best missionary that there ever was, that ever lived. Obviously you're never going to be better than Jesus, but like let's say you model your life after that goal. At what point will you ever stop? And the answer is never. And so that's what kept me going every single day, and that's what kept me so happy, is seeing the progress, seeing the results. And so I translate that into my life now. Is like my mission now is to be that person still. So who is the best missionary? And like it can be subjective. So that means that I have to be well-rounded. That means I have to be strong mentally, strong physically, healthy, happy, joyful, even exuberant, to show people like really what this message, this gospel has done to me. And so if I can't show that joy and that work ethic in all aspects of my life, like is it really true? Have I even like, what if the stuff I've done has it even come to mean anything? That's why like I keep going, is because I want to prove to everyone that yes, like my life is 100% different through the decisions I made that have gotten me closer to God. And as a result, I've learned so much about like not just like gospel stuff, health and fitness related stuff, social society related stuff, psychological things, mental health. All these things have just become a part of me, like this knowledge I've acquired, because I apply this mindset to everything, and I attack and I attack and I attack. So wake up every day like you're on a mission. That's like my one advice. The second thing, as far as like being scared of not knowing what to say, is Kanye West. I wanted to use his example. So I just literally saw this on Instagram today. So he wasn't posting on Instagram for a while, and I wasn't following him. I had the feeling to follow him a few days ago, so I did. And just today, he posted like 10 posts all at once, and one of them, he literally posted a screenshot of like a Google search of a sperm donor. And so you might think like, what the freak does that mean? Like, why is he talking about sperm donation? Like, why he's calling him and Travis Scott are sperm donors. If you don't know, the reason why is because him and his wife went through a divorce, and his wife is being really controlling. At least in his, I'm just representing his perspective. Like, his wife is really controlling as far as custody goes and the kids, and he has no say in what the kids do, where they go to school, what they wear. Like nothing that a dad would like hopefully want to have an impact in. He doesn't get to have that impact. And so he's taking his frustration and he's posting on social media, but he's basically saying like he's been relegated to the I guess the office of sperm donor. So basically, he doesn't feel like he has any value as a father outside of just donating the sperm. So it's things like that I love. Not like the thing he said, but the fact that he said something so cryptic, so weird, that made me have to like really understand him and think hard. So when I get scared that people are not going to understand me, or that I might say the wrong thing or whatever, I just I apply that same thinking, that hopeful thinking that like I'm just being authentic to myself, and so if I mess up, then that's just who I am. It's not there's no expectation of mine like for myself that I have to be perfect. And if anyone else has that for me, then that's tough for them, because I'm going to disappoint them. Only thing I can do is just be the best version of myself. So yeah, I would advise, like, honestly, imagine a world in like where we could say anything we act, like not like say anything we wanted, but everything we thought, we actually just said it out loud. That would be the quickest way to change your actions too, because like the more you say incorrect things, the more people will react and respond to you and tell you what you're saying is wrong. Then you'll change your thoughts, which will eventually change your actions. However, if you have this fear and you never ever speak out, then at what point will your actions ever change, or your beliefs? Like, let's say you have an improper, incorrect belief that you've never spoken out loud because you're afraid of what people will think about it. Now, like, you never get corrected, but at the same time, your life never becomes better. You're going to live under that incorrect principle for the rest of time and all eternity, unless someone changes it, like, unless life changes it for you. And that can't happen unless you put yourself out there. So yeah, that's about all I had to say today. I realized I don't even think I edited the footage, so like I've been rambling on. Normally I wait for the end of the video and I stop recording my audio, and I realized that like I don't think I edited this yet. So this might even go past the video footage, but that's a taste for anyone who's new and subscribing. Today or the next couple days, this is a taste of what my videos are going to be like. Getting new subscribers is actually super motivating, because like it helps me to keep my energy up, knowing that like people want to see good content, and not just like this isn't just me posting to post anymore. Like I'm no longer am I gonna get 4 views on a video. I want to get like at least 10. No, I want to get like 100 and eventually like 1,000 views per video. That would be amazing. That's my dream. But anyways, hope you guys have a great day. If anyone has any comments, questions, concerns, ideas for video content, boom, blah, 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 or like, I guess, topics of conversation, because I'm going to decide what the content is, but if you want to hear me talk about something, leave it in the comments. And that is going to be it for me today. Bye. Also, one last thing I forgot. Shout out to the dude that was right next to me on my right when I was squatting. He gave me a lot of words of encouragement, gave me some good advice and some good ideas. Solid dude, and I totally forgot his name, but if he sees this, he knows who he is. Yeah, that's it for me finally. Over and out.